Prince of the Universe. I am Adam,
Prince of Eternia, defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said,
by the power of Grayskull.
Welcome to week 9 of TOL. And we've got the rematch, folks, as we have a great battle between Mike Petrasic and the Eternia All-Stars going up against Rick Yowens and the Colonial Legends. And this is a battle of two former TOL champions. This is a rematch of last year's TOL championship game. These two teams would be playing each other this week if the playoffs started today. I mean, this is just so much drama and intrigue in this game. You know, Bobby asked me what game I wanted to do, and I just pointed this one right away. I said, this is the game. This is the matchup. So we've wasted enough time already. Let's get to the game itself and get this thing going. See if we have any no injury returns this week. I didn't check people's actual injury status. So I don't know if there was anybody big that was waiting to come back, but the Legends will return the kick. And Captain Tila ready to rock it. Nice kick. And I tried to do I was trying to figure out what Ricky's team theme here was, but I googled a bunch of the names, so I don't know what the fuck it is. I guess Nostradamus is supposed to be like Nostradamus. I don't really know. Anyway, across the middle to the bats. Nice. Threads the needle there. And 1st and 10. It's a good start. Damas drops back. This one's incomplete. One of the better safeties in the league, two faces back there, so you got to be careful when you start throwing into that top half of the screen. Check down to Frank Crawford. I assume that is named after the former Yale running back who was the first football coach at the University of Michigan. I'm just going to assume that is the Crawford that they're talking about here. And the defense holds. Mike comes in with the 8th ranked defense. And if you ask me, I think that, that ranking doesn't even reflect how good this defense is. I think he's had a real tough schedule, and the schedule's softening up a little bit now. Got through the toughest part of it, I think. So, I expect that defensive ranking to climb here. And Skeletor dumps it out of bounds. And now 2nd and 10. There's the dive to He-Man. It's funny how, a couple years ago, this was like He-Man's team, and now he's a very small part of what actually happens here. Skeletor drops back. Connects with Merman, who breaks a tackle. 1st down. I wish Mike would adjust the names a little bit so He-Man, the entire He-Man and Merman were in the last name. Just put a period or something in the first name. Anyway, going deep to Trapjaw. Touchdown! And obviously, you can't talk about the Eternia All-Stars this year with talking about MVP candidate Trapjaw. He leads the league in receptions and yards. He's behind somebody in receiving touchdowns. I don't remember who that was, but clearly one of the dominant players. The reason why I can still consider him an MVP candidate is the Eternia All-Stars, come in ranked 7th, clearly a Super Bowl contender, and that offense is built around him entirely. And the quarterback went down and he didn't skip a beat. And so he's really, if it's just the most important player, like which actual player is the most important to his team? Oh, and there's Bats with another catch. The guy's got good hands. He catches it in traffic a lot. But if you're actually talking about which individual players are actually the most important to his team, I would actually cast the vote for Trapjaw at this point. So Damas dumps it down to Owen. Picks up the fumble. Many faces. I loved that figure, by the way, when I was a kid. That was one of the cooler figures. I had all of these action figures. This was like my jam when I was 7 or whatever. Skeletor picks up a solid run. It looked like he had Trapjaw there, but chose to tuck it and run. I guess playing it safe with the lead and the solid defense. Trapjaw's wide open if he just gets it there. Oh, waited a little too long. Trapjaw was not able to do one of his leaping catches and misses him in the back of the end zone. Missed opportunity there, waited a bit too long. Now it's going to Merman, who's no slouch. But the D-back knocks it down. All right, so things were looking rough there for the Colonial Legends. But they get the big defensive stop after the turnover. This kick looks like it's going to be good. Off the post, so 10-0. So it's not where you want to be if you're the Colonial Legends, but it's manageable. So now we've got Owen back to receive the kick and stopped at about the 11. And so the offense certainly can move the ball and score some points. So they need to get going. This is a balanced team for sure. The Colonial Legends don't have any single players that really stand out as MVP candidate types, but there's no weak spots either. So and it's Ricky. I mean, you expect him to compete here. Called play, but Bats. I like this guy Bats. I wonder if at the end of the year, Madden used to make his all Madden team, not necessarily the best players, but just the guys you kind of liked at certain spots. I think Bats could be on the all Jenks team. Cavello. Oh, there's the big strike play. Boom, big yardage. Needed some momentum going into the second quarter. So they're still right in this game. They're now in field goal range already. I'm obviously thinking about 7 here. Ooh, incomplete. 2nd and 10. That's. Oh, doesn't catch everything, I guess. 3rd and 10. Big play here. Really would like to get that 7 on the board against a tough defense. Oh, wow. Top receivers up. Cavello. Some window. He's there. Oh, just barely too late. Oh, he needed to release that ball just half a second earlier, and he's probably 7 points. Uh-oh. This kick might be missed. Oh, it's wide. Whoo-wee. And the Eternia All-Stars survived the first big push by the Colonial Legends. And draw is open again. Gets it to him in time. Slight overthrow. Wow. Don't expect to see that. I didn't check Skeletor's condition here. Might not be in the best of conditions because that throw was missed. Luckily for him, Trapjaw's wide open again. And he catches it. Oh, and he's going to bust it and score. Trapjaw. There he is, 17-0, and now, I thought the Legends were okay when it was 10-0. Now 17-0, it starts to get a little scary. Let's see if she actually makes this kick. She misses it. 16-0. That helps a little bit, but the Ricky's team really has got to start doing something. Brought down at the 25. Crawford, yeesh. Not a lot of speed there, folks. That's not going to work. Bats. Again, those D-backs are just swarming all over the place here for the All-Stars. Tough to get anything moving here. Crawford gets a little bit of a hole, but just not enough speed there to make a big play happen. They're forced to punt again. Whew. Some of these playoff races and bye races are really tight. More so, I guess, in this conference than the other one. But Blast, so I guess his normal kick returner is buzz off, so I guess he's hurt. So score differential can matter. So you really want to pour on those points. Skeletor with a couple of nice moves and just gets stuck by the safety. Said no more of that. Not getting past me. And 1st and 10, though. Picks up the first down. Bam! Sacked. Good old Danny Campos. You know what I always say about Danny Campos? He's a good dude. Good dude, Danny Campos. All right, so... So you get sacked, you're falling back, you have a long down and distance. What do? Just throw it to Trapjaw. Just throw it to Trapjaw. No problem. Oh, there's bodies around him, but he stays on his feet. Able to get it deep to Merman. Touchdown. Whoo-wee. Skeletor's putting up some serious numbers today, folks. And, 23-0. No, jeez. 2 missed extra points. Wow. I guess sometimes, not that I know mathematically, Tim will probably get mad at me for saying this, because I know mathematically it doesn't matter, but there's a sort of like a sense of the kicker's only going to miss so many kicks a year or whatever, so might as well get him out of the missed kicks out of the way when you're down 22-0. You want to make him in the playoffs. Bats with another catch, but negative yardage. And I'm going to go with another Timism here. He always talks about not built for the big comeback. So if you're a team like the Oaks or EAS or even like Team America, it's got like the explosive firepower, or Mitchell's team with Kohler. You know, you got those deep threats, that explosive offense, then being down 22 in the first half doesn't seem so bad. Ooh, nice catching coverage there. The rush was on. Quarterback makes a nice move and gets to him. When you have those explosive offenses, you feel like you could score 24 points and catch up. But, you know, this sort of ball control, solid offense that Ricky has here, you don't see them making up this kind of difference in the half. I guess you're just trying to get on the board at this point. Oh, man. Oh. Poor Ricky. All right. And look, 1 second is enough time for a trap jaw score. Earl Burdine. He's just fine. So, again, any play call that does not involve chucking it deep to trap jaw is bad offense. Oh, he does have a little bit of space here. The dump down to Merman. And that's just Skeletor stat padding, folks. He's a little tired of hearing about how well Radnar did. King Radnar, is that his name? In his absence. So I think he's just trying to up his completion percentage, pick up some yards there. Shame on him. Take the risk, throw it deep to the boy, to your jaw boy. Make matters worse, EAS gets the ball to start the half. Not a great return, but they don't really need it. They just need to not turn it over really at this point. Rely on their defense to contain it. He-Man gets nothing. Off tackle run by He-Man, who gets nothing. 3rd and 12. Called play. Oh man, this is gonna be close. Oh, it is 4th and 1. All right, so the Legends did what they had to do. They had to kick off and they had to get the ball back quickly, and that was a 3-and-out. So, if they're going to make the comeback, and it's certainly possible, that's the way to start the half. And they really, they're probably going to need like a special teams play or a turnover or something as well. Cavello, and again, offense, not necessarily a big play explosive offense, but the big plays they do have are usually Damas going to Cavello up top. So, Clifton Smith. Clifton Smith was 4th in his class at New Tier Academy coming out of high school. So just look up some information on these guys. Oh, another catch in traffic. I like the high catch number receivers. So drops back. Oh, intercepted. Too bad. Whew, again, one of the top. I get his D-backs confused. I think Too Bad's the one that's really good. They're all good, but he pays, I think, all of his D-backs. But Too Bad, I think, is the one that's really good. And one of the better defensive players in the league. And just not going Ricky's way today. Greg Murray. So Greg Murray was the first man from his hometown to climb Mount Everest. I just tried to look up like one fun fact for each of these players. So, yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people climb Mount Everest, but he was the first person from his hometown to do it, which is kind of cool. That's kind of cool to be like, nobody from my town has ever climbed it. So, fun little stat there. All right, lining up for the punt. The defense does hold again, but they're going to really have to just capitalize on one of these drives. The clock is not their friend. Enough time if you put those drives together, but they just haven't shown the ability to do it today. And, handing it to slow-ass Crawford would not have been my play call. Wow. That was like the longest 9-yard run I've ever heard. It took like a minute. Battling for ball control there. Clifton Smith. And nice pickup, 1st and 10. Here we go. Crawford again. Gets as little as possible. That's what you always hope. When you pass the ball, you hope your receiver can get as little as possible. Clifton Smith. The nice half here. Catching balls everywhere. Almost got somebody across the middle. Big surprise, folks. Clifton Smith. Clifton. Closing out. We're getting close to the end of the third quarter. Bats! 22-0. So, slow third quarter, which is fine for the All-Stars, but they are putting together this drive. This might be the one where they put everything together. Dump down. Smith. Oh, can't quite get it. Hurry up and make that decision, quarterback. Get the ball out of your hands. 2nd and 10. The dump down is there. Oh, throws it out of bounds. That would have been a good time to dump it down the check down here. 3rd and 10. Need it. Gotta have it. Cavella's open. Oh, waited too long again. But he catches it this time. Jack Covello. Swam the English Channel in what was considered a record time, but it was controversial. Oh, this is the extra point. Because there was a strong crosswind, and so the record did not count. And then he was never able to get back and do it in a better time. So he officially had the record for about a 24-hour period before it was taken away from him. So fun fact there about Jack Cavello. All right, and now 2nd and 10, He-Man gets the ball up top for 4 yards. I believe that's his best run of the day, maybe of the season. And, blitz is on. Incomplete. Have to punt. I don't think this comeback's going to happen, but it's interesting, right? I think we can all agree we're at the point now where it's interesting. I think Cavello may have improved a health rating spot here. So, let's see. And those missed opportunities in the first half, even that missed field goal here would be, Man at Arms. One of the cooler He-Man characters. That's the big sack. And there's Crawford up the middle. That's what you need down 2-3 scores in the 3 minutes left. This is the slow dive to your slow-ass running back. All right, 3rd and 10. Oh, he's got his boy Bats. Bats! I love Bats. 1st and 10. Here we go. Oh, there's Cavello. Oh, can't get it to him. He's going to have to hit one of these deep bombs to Cavello at some point. The time is ticking, folks. How's it? Wow, diving catch. Oof. Could not quite hit him in stride. Good gain, of course, but not the bomb that he's going to have to connect with at some point. Oof, runs into Whiplash. Whiplash whipped him down. 2nd and 14. Clifton Smith. Chain mover. He's a gym rat, folks. It's gritty. Oh, the rush is on. Squirrely Bats. I like Bats and Clifton. That's my 1-2 punch for the legends here. Legends can be now and forever. Teach them well and love, for goodness sakes. And so they are, again, putting together a nice drive. It's just probably too little too late. Bats, nice reception in traffic. I feel like Bats is like Easy Ed McCaffrey for those old Broncos teams. Just never catches anything over his shoulder. Touchdown! Frank Crawford! So we're going to see what happens with this extra point, or the extra point doesn't even seem to matter that much. See what happens here on this onside kick. Skeletor picks it up, no problem. All right, so I guess we can call this game now. So congratulations to the Eternia All-Stars. They continue their momentum. They started the season, you know, they were never like bad, but they started the season a little slow. They didn't look quite like their normal selves, but you look at them now, and they're looking at a potential bye in the first round of the playoffs. They're in that conversation. They're 6-2, you know, and pretty solid control of their. Oof, man, a lot of missed kicks today. Pretty solid control of, you know, their division. Got MVP candidate. The defense looks healthy. So, you know, this is Clifton. Don't call me Cliff. Man, coughs it up. That's just like an insult. Like, all right, you were gonna step out a little bit, and then just nope, turnover. But too bad. It's too bad gonna bring this to the house. Oh, they are gonna catch him. But that would have been fun to see right now. So, 22-13. Real solid performance all around here. Trap Jaw picks up a $134, which, you know, as some of you have heard, there's a hotly contested bet going on between Ben Franklin, Trap Jaw, and One and Only. And Trap Jaw is solidly in the lead, and a $134, probably a little below the average, but well, not probably, definitely below the average, but. You know, solid receiving game there. Yeah, his lead is bigger than it looks in that bet, though, because he's had his bye, and I and Ben Franklin have not. So Frank Crawford's in bats. That doesn't surprise me at all, because he was terrible. So Ricky Owen is in here, but he's like a fourth-string running back. Like, if you're going to make yourself, don't you think you should make yourself good? Anyway, Greg Thompson, Drew Owens, tight end, C. Williams. So I'm kind of curious to see some of these EAS conditions. So that's why I'm kind of hanging on here. Twain Edwards, the right guard. He was actually drafted in two sports. He was drafted in baseball by the Minnesota Twins, and then he was also drafted in the 7th round of the NFL draft. You know, like a actual real life good athlete. Drafted in the 7th round by the Seattle Seahawks. Never really made it in either sport, but, you know, just the fact that you could get drafted in both sports is pretty cool. And let me say, so I didn't get a chance to use all these fun facts I looked up. All right, Troy Robinson. So Troy Robinson was in one of the Janet Jackson videos. I think it was If. And he was like one of the dancers, you know? So that's kind of like his claim to fame here. All right, He-Man is an excellent. Wow, he looked like absolute dog shit to be considered an excellent. That's kind of crazy. Buzz Off, also an excellent. Yeah, I thought he wasn't back there kicking, whatever. Merman, an excellent. Trap Jaw is average, so. Evil Stinker. Mechaneck, I loved his toy. That was one of my favorite toys, too. Moss Man, badass. What happened to Beast Man? Is he still on this team? I know Battle Cat retired. Okay, so we got to check out on Captain Tila's condition. That's really important. I was hoping that Hordak keeps trying to get on this team, so I'm wondering if Mike can get Hordak on this team for next year. Man-at-Arms had a good game today. Ram Man and Man-at-Arms on the D-line. Oh, there's Beast Man. Okay, for some reason I thought he was the tight end before. Whiplash. Okay, so I'm just curious. If anybody's actually still listening, I assumed everybody would turn those off. Bobby Lesher, this doesn't count for you. If anybody's still listening, in the comments, write the word pencil, and I'll send you a prize. I was just curious. I was just bullshitting this whole time to see if anybody would actually listen to the commentary all the way through. So, all right, that's it. Write pencil, and I'll send you a prize. All right, so great game, great season, and I'll see you next week.